Hello everyone, it's David from Automotive Press. As you know, all of us are very excited about the return of the Land Cruiser. Yes, maybe it's not quite in the same format that we expected, but you know what, it doesn't matter. We have the Land Cruiser name back, and it's a real body-on-the-frame SUV with a true off-roading capability, and so we are super excited. But at the same time, there has been some really interesting rumors that have been going around, especially in Japan, because at the Land Cruiser presentation, they also showed what appears to be a mini Land Cruiser, something that looks like a size of a RAV4 or maybe even smaller. And when we saw that teaser, we began to wonder what is happening with that model. Well, guess what? We have the latest news from Japan, once again from Best Car Magazine, which is known to have the most accurate predictions for future models. And they are saying that they have the latest scoop and the latest information about what they call a mini Land Cruiser. So let me tell you about what this is all about and why this is going to excite you even more than the normal Land Cruiser. Let's go. Welcome back. So as I mentioned, it appears that Toyota is getting ready to introduce another Land Cruiser model, one notch below the recently introduced 250 series Land Cruiser. It almost seems impossible, but if you recall, a few years ago, Akio Toyoda showed what looked like a mini Land Cruiser or mini FJ Cruiser called the Compact Cruiser in the form of an EV vehicle. That was, I believe, in 2021 December, and many of us were wondering what that vehicle is all about. And it turned out that the 250 series Land Cruiser that we did end up getting has a similar front end to that concept vehicle. But now the latest report from Best Car Magazine, which just came out today, says that that compact EV cruiser will in fact be reborn as a normal gasoline-powered version of a Land Cruiser, except that it'll be a mini version, specifically around the size of a Toyota Corolla Cross SUV. So that is shocking to me because I thought maybe that model would be a few years away, but Best Car Magazine is saying that this mini Land Cruiser will come out next year in 2024 calendar year. And you can see the rendering right here, and it shows a front end that's similar to the new Land Cruiser 250 series, but also very much mimicking what that concept car compact cruiser showed a couple of years ago. So we know for sure the front end looks legit, but also the body has been shrunken obviously compared to the big Land Cruiser, and it has more of the FJ Cruiser profile. And also they're saying that they're very sure that we will have the spare wheel or spare tire mounted on the rear, unlike the new Land Cruiser, which have lost that design compared to many years ago. So we have this mini Land Cruiser with a spare tire in the back, with the front end similar to the new Land Cruiser, but a dimension of a Corolla Cross, all available for us to buy sometime in 2024. What could be more exciting, because this mini Land Cruiser is going to be even more affordable than the new Land Cruiser 250 series, which is way more affordable than the old 200 series Land Cruiser. As you know, the price came down quite a bit. And now that this mini Land Cruiser might be coming next year, it's going to be within reach of many of us who do not want to spend a lot of money to buy a beautiful Land Cruiser style SUV. And more importantly, they're saying that this mini Land Cruiser will actually be gasoline powered or ICE, internal combustion engine powered vehicle, and not a full EV, which is something that we thought might happen, but they're saying no, it's going to have a normal gasoline engine as well as a hybrid version. They're not quite sure about the engine. Could be 1.8 liter or 2 liter engine coming from a Corolla lineup or from a RAV4 lineup. So they're still trying to figure that out, but they said they're very sure that it will come in gasoline engine only and gasoline engine with a hybrid, but the EV model is sometime down the road, and that isn't the top priority yet because they want to make sure that people will have a chance to buy the mini Land Cruiser in the form of ICE or internal combustion engine. So that is also exciting because if it's only EV, some of you might not be interested, but because it's a gasoline powered, it will cater to the wider audience, especially for those of you who are not ready to switch to EV yet. because of the range anxiety or just infrastructure anxiety, which many of us are experiencing when we have EV cars in our lot. So this new Land Cruiser Mini version will indeed come out looking a lot like the compact EV Cruiser from a concept car a few years ago, but also looking a lot like the teaser photo that they showed just a month ago or two when they revealed the 250 series Land Cruiser. And so everything seems to fit in. I'm a little bit surprised about the fact that this will be internal combustion engine vehicle as opposed to EV. But knowing that EV technology is changing and that's still yet to come, I can see why initially it will be a gasoline powered vehicle. And for the first time, some of us who don't want to spend a lot of money to buy a nice SUV will be able to actually afford this one, because I'm sure it's going to be priced somewhere between Corolla Cross and the new Land Cruiser. So who knows what that pricing might be, but it's definitely going to be affordable, and yet you're going to still have this beautiful Land Cruiser design and styling, just shrunk in a little bit, but you also get the spare wheel mounted in the back, which makes it look more like a traditional Land Cruiser or traditional Toyota SUV, and it's going to look absolutely amazing. Also keep in mind that it will be body on the frame, not unitized body or monocoque body, and so it will still have a true off-road capability, because all of the things that goes with a truck-based SUV will apply to this one, in the sense that most likely we will have a good ground clearance and good approach angle and departure angle thanks to the body on the frame design. They are saying that it will likely still use TNGA F platform, but that platform is obviously designed for larger vehicle, so this one will use a shrunken version of the TNGA F platform or frame design, and therefore even though you'll be smaller in shape, you will have the same capability as a larger Land Cruiser, which also shares a platform with the Lexus GX, as you already know. So what do you guys think of this new amazing information coming from Japan? You might be doubtful, but I can tell you that Best Car Magazine, among many different magazines offered in Japan, is the most accurate when it comes to predicting the future. And they were very, very accurate with the Land Cruiser 250 series, right down to design of the bumper and the headlight, and therefore I'm very confident that this particular prediction will also come true, because don't forget, they were also very accurate when it comes to predicting the new Toyota Century SUV. They even predicted the split headlight design, the front and back, and it's almost unbelievable that they were so accurate. I do think that Best Car Magazine editors actually regularly speak to Toyota folks, and I think Toyota executive or Toyota management is allowing Best Car Magazine to take away some information, and that's how Best Car Magazine is crunching out this rendering. So I do believe that this is all done in collaboration with Toyota, or at least with support from Toyota, and that's why the information seems very credible. So I'm super excited. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this mini Land Cruiser about to come out next year. Again, still truck based, still body on the frame, but looking even more like a traditional Land Cruiser or traditional Toyota SUV with a spare wheel mounted in the back. Let me know if you have any questions about it as well. But for now, if you can give me a thumbs up, make some of these comments, that would be appreciated. And if you haven't done so yet, would you also kindly subscribe, and I would truly appreciate that as well. Until next video, I'm signing off for now. Thank you so much.